Good morning. Welcome to everyone live stream. I'm Justin Wagner. This is TeamODZ Live. And we got Wagner's Wagon. We got Jerry on the team bus on video. We got JD on audio. And we got a good day for you. So,
good morning.
If you have a pizza on top of a pizza, you'd have two pizzas. But if you have a lasagna on top of a lasagna, it's still just one lasagna. It's just now like a 47-layer lasagna. So, what do you choose? Pizza or lasagna? What's up, Owen?
Morning, Owen. I'll go for lasagna.
You go for lasagna.
Pizza sounds like too much dough then.
47-layer or 23.5 layer?
I'll take the baked ziti.
47 sounds good. I don't have to eat the whole thing, do I?
Owen says pizza usually. What's the question? The question you missed, Owen, was, so if you have a pizza and you put it on top of another pizza, you get two pizzas. But if you have a lasagna and put it on top of another lasagna, you just still have one lasagna. It's just like a 47-layer lasagna instead of a 23.5-layer lasagna. So, that was the premise for the question. Double-decker pizza? I'm in. Yes. Totally.
That's too much dough, guys.
Well, Sam, new chain, new brakes. Awesome. Good stuff.
Oh.
$110 kilometers an hour or 110 kilometers, Sam? Yeah, 110 kilometers an hour. That's fast. That's what? 65 miles an hour.
Hey, what else to doing?
Hey!
Andy!
There's Andy. Morning, Florence. You liking the stream?
Good morning, Mom.
Keep an eye on your son. We'll make sure he does everything he's not supposed to. Ha ha! Jerry isn't Carrie.
Nope. Not with a K.
So did you know that the logo for Hamburger Helper, that hand, only has 4 fingers? I will personally never trust what's in Hamburger Helper until that 5th finger is found. Well, I'm a big fan of calzones. Are you not a fan of calzones, Jerry?
No. Sounds like too much dough as well.
Wow. The debate is ripe, my friends. Calzone, pizza, or lasagna?
Pizza needs to be thin crust, as thin as you can get them.
Wow.
with toppings right to the end, to the side.
Well, see, that's just it. With the calzone, you can fit more in the inside because you're not worried about it falling off. It's held together.
You still have the edges that keeps everything together. If I can make a pizza without a crust, that'll make me happy.
Oh, man. This man doesn't like his carbs.
Take a block of cheese, melt that in a pizza pan till it gets crispy. Put all your toppings onto that. That'll be fun.
I'll have your carbs, Jerry.
So, you guys won't be surprised by this, but I spent 800% of my life exaggerating.
For the millionth time, Justin, stop exaggerating.
My 6-year-old flatly refused to believe that we used to navigate using maps made out of paper. You mean like pirates? He said. Oh. Sam's gonna entice Jerry with a protein-based pizza. So having a protein for the base instead of bread.
Now we talk. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah,
Crispy
sushi,
cheese base.
raw
No.
tuna ice cream for your base.
Yep, we do the cauliflower base. Owen, not too bad.
Speaking of carbs, leftover rice cake from Saturday's race. Yes, sir. Rice, sweet condensed milk, blueberries, chocolate chips. Yep. It's pretty much like cake.
I'll have all of those except the rice cake. You can have that.
Your legs recovered after the weekend, Justin?
Yeah.
Discord was really quiet without you yesterday on the Odivas ride.
Apologize. This is the kit I had set aside for yesterday. Notice the pink hat and the pink base layer. But sleep got the better of me. Tell Shreese he's got an upper game. We've upped our quality, Shreese. Now up yours. Anyway, maybe that's not the right way to phrase it.
Oh dear.
What's up, Lars? Welcome, welcome. Owen. The first rule of the passive aggressive club is, you know what? Never mind. It's fine.
You know, it would really be bad if someone clipped you saying up yours, Charisse.
I'll get in trouble for anything I say. You know, they say people who are offended by offensive things, they offend me. Okay, I'll tell you about the race here in a bit, Shane. Give you a rundown of everything since we got time. So, oh no. In case they get a hole in one, Lars. That's why fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing. Didn't.
I should have taken 20 pairs of socks when I golfed recently. Might have helped.
Oh man. So, Saturday was the Logan to Jackson bike race, or LOTAJA for short. 203
That's
miles.
what it stands for.
One day. Yes. Oh no. I really hope the CEO of Tesla never gets into any scandals. Elongate would be really drawn out. No. So yeah, LOTA just stands for Logan to Jackson. It's the longest. Nothing, they fast, Lars. That's what a sprinter eats before a race. Nothing, they fast. That's right, I beat you to it. Let the record be shown in the recording.
And I like the pronunciation as well.
I need new material. You might have to go to Mars. I think we've scoured the entire Earth internet of dad jokes already. Andy, your video looks
Yeah, it's a
great.
little bit grey. Let me
Okay.
sort that out. Oh, I haven't turned the light off behind my green screen. So we'll have a little UFO there.
There we go.
Oh, let's see here. So when we went to check in for the race, there's this huge line. And they're yelling, "Everyone, put your phones in airplane mode. Our network is overwhelmed and we can't check you in unless you put your phones in airplane mode." Yes, that's really what they said. So here you go. There's a picture of the check-in line going down several blocks down the road. Everyone waiting because apparently they figured everybody's cell phone would have amazing internet connection in the rural town of Logan. It wasn't exactly true. So that took like an hour and a half to get through. Here's a picture of my dad, who was my support crew for the race. I was just before we realized how long the line to check in was. And
Almost as long as the race.
Right? So the way the race works out, you basically need a support crew to drive to 2 or 3 different feed zones to feed you along the way, because that's a long way to carry all that food. So my dad agreed to be my support crew, and I got to the very first feed zone. Oh, no, before the first feed zone. Of course, while everyone was waiting in the rain to check in, well, they weren't waiting in the rain to start with, and then the rain came in, and it was tons of rain, and we're like, oh great, the rain will be gone tonight, and nothing for the race. And it wasn't raining when we started, and it was like 60 degrees, so it was like perfect. It's gonna warm up, no rain. It was actually good conditions. So I decided no vest, no jacket, no arm warmers, no long fingered gloves, just basically what I'm wearing here with short fingered gloves. And about 20 minutes in, it started raining a lot. And it rained for the first 90 miles. That was not very fun. And
that's like half an hour of it riding in the rain, huh?
The last year I had gotten dropped on the first major climb because I stopped to go pee at the wrong time. This year I got smart.
Peed
my pants. And I succeeded. If you smell my right shoe too closely, you'll know. By the way, vinegar gets it out. But there's a story from that too, about how that led to a flooded
doesn't get it out
crawl
if you can
space.
still smell it.
So here we are. I'm proud of myself. I've successfully peed a couple times before the first big climb, so I don't have to go a ton. And the pace kicks up, and I get dropped at like the exact same spot. I'm like, are you kidding me? No way. So it's far enough from the top of the first climb. There's no way I'm ever going to see the lead of the race again. So I just figure, all right, group up with other guys who got dropped and enjoy the ride to the end. So there's about 3 guys that I grouped up with. And honestly, it was so cold. I got dropped to the same spot. I was like so emotionally down on myself. It was the first feed zone at like mile 70, 75. I was ready to pull the plug. I was like, it's raining like crazy. I'm way off the back. Same result as last year. Screw this. Well, a buddy of mine said, hey, at least go to the next feed zone. Okay, fine. I kept going, the sun came out. I ended up finishing. But turns out, on that very first climb, the leaders broke the KOM by over 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So, I might have been at a higher level, but the leaders were like on another stratosphere.
Oh my.
So yeah, about that. So once I learned that, I figured, well, don't beat yourself up too bad, because like every single one of your teammates, except for one, also got dropped on that. And spoiler, all my teammates in the race were faster than me. So, yeah. Anyway, the other fun adventure, when I got to the very first feed zone. Let's see if I can find this. Welcome, YouTuber. So we get to the first feed zone. My dad says, "Hey, some moron fell asleep while driving your car and ran it into a ditch." What? I'm like, huh? Yep. That's my car right there.
Oh my goodness.
At least he's not dead, honestly. That could have been way worse. And he didn't hit anybody. He hit a pole of some sort. And yeah. So it may be totaled. We're not sure. We're waiting for insurance, but let's see here if I can get a picture of the roof. There's some damage to the roof.
Oh my goodness.
Because the sign hit the front and then came over, hit the windshield, hit the sunroof, and we still had to drive this thing 500 miles after the crash.
Oh no.
And of course, the police pulled him over to give him a ticket for the crash. And the policeman said, "You know, I could disqualify your son from the race for this, but I'm not going to." Okay. Anyway. So yeah. So that's still broken and in my garage waiting for insurance to check it out. Give me 1 second to send a message here in the game.
That's a long second.
Hey.
There we go.
Yes, sir. I'll hydrate to that.
Cheers.
So
Yes.
I got home that night, out talking with my neighbor, and tell him about the car, you know. And my daughter comes out and says, "Dad, are you trying to flood the house?" What? You forgot to turn off the faucet when you were washing your shoes, and there's water all over the floor. Ugh. Yep.
We all know what's in that water.
Well, luckily, it was the second round of washing, so there was less urine in it. Hey, see, Lars, thanks for joining in.
Less is still not nothing.
Let's see. So, I had to go down to the crawl space.
Yeah, thanks for yours, Gary.
Had to go into the crawl space, rip off insulation to let the water out and dry out, and go get a dehumidifier. I'm running a dehumidifier in my crawl space for a day.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, Zwift? Welcome.
Go, Swift, where have you been?
Man,
Yep.
you've missed the
Something
epic
I
race
did.
story.
Yeah, we've missed you.
Totaled cars, peed on shoes that led to flooded crawl spaces. He's been lurking, don't you worry. We expect nothing else. especially on update day. He's just trying to figure out how many times the game crashes. That's why he's lurking.
I want to see if we could connect with Bluetooth. I know, Matt. I thought you're gonna live stream your TTT.
Getting media mod tomorrow. He's right, Sid.
Yeah. I use Ant Plus, so I haven't tested the Bluetooth.
Well, yeah, so after all that, I did finish the race. I guess that's interesting, too.
Yeah, you should tell people how long the race was.
203 miles.
Say it in kilometers, that's more.
300
going to say, what's that in kilometers?
320 kilometers.
Man, oh man, that's long.
I finished. So, here's the other part of the story. So,
I
after
think
I
it's
passed,
close to 330 myself.
in between the second and third climb of the day, the third was the last major climb at 100 miles, and then it was basically downhill or flat for the second 100. So, while me and my group of compadres are approaching that, we see a breakaway with two riders pass us. And we're like, oh, that means there's a peloton close that we can draft. But the peloton is going to surge on this climb. And if we don't get a head start on the climb, we'll get dropped. Because they almost certainly didn't take the first climb as hard as we did. Hey,
Yep.
YouTuber! Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hey. So,
And you still had to pee.
I just kept peeing in my pants. So the four of us started rotating to try to get a head start. We couldn't see the peloton, and top of the climb was like 7 miles away. We're like, hey, just steady. So of
Yeah.
course we were all pretty tired by the base. We made some good time. We're like, okay, everyone just climb at the pace you need to climb without cramping or whatever, and hopefully we'll make it to the top for the peloton. So, morning, Scott. And here we are climbing. 1K to go on the climb. No sign of the peloton. Okay. Climbing. 300 meters to go. I can see a bunch of faces coming up quite quickly. Oh boy. Dig deep now. So it's like, Wags, if you want 100 miles of drafting, you've got to do this 300 meters as fast as possible, because if you don't get in that draft, you're done
Yep.
for. Well, I got over the top, and I even had time for another moving potty break, if you know what I mean, before they caught me. And so we basically, it was not too long after they caught the breakaway of two riders. And so at that point, well, even before then, I wasn't allowed to work with that peloton at all, because they were like the lead peloton in that race, and I was in a different category. So by rule,
For you.
I had to just sit on the back.
Oh, what a pain.
Tough day.
Oh.
So that was great for 80 miles till we hit a dirt section. and I felt something underneath my left leg that honestly, I was like, feels like I peed myself, but it's usually gone down the other leg, so I don't know what's happening on that leg.
You didn't poop yourself as well, did you?
No. And the guys next to me are like, dude, Wagner, your tire's squirting all over the place.
Oh, no.
I got in a flat, and my sealant was spraying everywhere. And then I said, oh, it felt kind of like I had urine running down my leg. And he goes, I sure hope it wasn't urine. I got some in the face.
I was just going to say, note to self, don't ever grab Justin.
It was sealant. And that was with about 20 or so miles to go. I kept going, I just losing tire pressure. But then I found a teammate who was ahead of me, who was like flat. His sealant was way gone. He was bouncing on the rim. And I had a tube and CO2, so I stopped for him, got him fixed, put more air in my tire, and we rode together home. And there was actually another teammate who joined me before I flatted, who flatted and then rejoined us when we flatted, so 3 of us rode home together. That was fun. I think we were like 23rd, 24th, and 25th place. There's probably, I don't know, I think there was close to 50 on the sign-up list. I don't know how many started. But neither here nor there. Had an epic day, had fun. And now I have a rear tire to replace. And a lot of sealant to clean off my bike.
Well, luckily I don't have to clean the passenger seat in the car.
So yeah, that's how the race was lost, guys. That's how the race was lost.
I don't think that was a loss.
Sounds pretty good.
Ooh. Get some stretching and recovery in matcha. Injuries are no good.
Find some good stretches.
And of course, for about a day after the race, my knee was hurting, but in a different spot than before.
Yeah.
Yay. But it's gone away now.
Well, Matt. How long is it, TTT? How is your nutrition on the ride, Justin?
Pretty good, actually. 2 laps of TikTok for the wagon? Nope.
No, for the TTT. 2 laps of TikTok. 32.57 miles, 36.3 kilometers.
That should be fine, Matt. You can do that.
Scott, I'm riding zone 2. Let's see what we.
Nutrition.
Oh yeah, thank you. So I made a bunch of the Scratch Labs rice patties, and also the key to change it up was boiled red potatoes that I then took took the skin off and quartered and covered in olive oil, salt, and mustard
Uh-huh.
for a little bit of flavoring.
Sounds
And-
interesting.
The olive oil doubled as a chapstick during the ride.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also put bacon bits in there. That was good.
Oh, that sounds good. You just eat them cold then?
Yeah. I mean, by the time they did in my pocket a while, they were warm.
Yeah, if they were.
Put 'em in the
room
microwave.
temperature or-
But yeah, that was a good change up from sweet, because normally I just do everything sweet.
Yeah,
Having that
yeah.
was huge for a long
That's
ride.
why I'm asking, because I get over sweet.
I also had in my bottles, I had a mix of maltodextrin and
Yep.
scratch.
Yep.
Probably 300 to 400 calories per bottle. And at every rest stop, let's see, I usually drank about 1.5 bottles. I ditched both and brought on 2 brand new ones at every pit stop,
Yep.
which is why I have 2 full bottles that hadn't been drank at all from Lodoja that I'm drinking today.
Ah. Hydrating on the trainer. Haha, nice. Or feeding.
Yep. I can't let that stuff go to waste.
No, I agree.
That's
I did
like
the
$1
same
or 2 per bottle, bro.
But I'll dilute them 50-50 now and use them throughout the week. So you have 4 bottles.
Oh, there you go.
So you use 1.5 bottles per.
Roughly. There was also intermediate stops that were neutral at the top of
Yeah.
2 of the climbs. They gave me a
Okay.
pure water bottle. So the first 90 miles were cold, so I probably drank less than normal. A little more towards the end. Hey, 100 messages in the chat. Boom! Boom! Boom!
You have to go into your profile, Matt.
So yeah, not sure what's gonna happen with my car. I was researching values of cars like it to replace it, and the good news is I'm such a nerd that I track my car's Kelley Blue Book value annually, because you got to graph that net worth, yo. Factor in those depreciating assets, and at the beginning of the year, the car's Kelley Blue Book was like 16,000, and then as of this week, the Kelley Blue Book's like 20 to 21,000. Should have invested in used cars this year.
Haha, yeah.
30% return, baby. Hey, Kev. Anyway, and that's about right. I've looked on Auto Trader for cars in the same year, miles, etc. And that's pretty spot on. And what they're gonna have yet to get a repair cost estimate on the car, but in Utah, the formula they use for determining if it's gonna be totaled is take the current market value, which is, I don't know, roughly $20,000 to $21,000, subtract what the current crippled value of the car is. So whatever they could just sell that hunk of junk right now for, let's say they could sell it for 15. So if they can't repair it for the difference for $6,000, then they total it. Yeah, Kev, this new top hides the blood better. I know there's a lot of panels that are wrecked on the car. Whole roof, windshield, sunroof, the hood, all the front pieces, the front quarter panel. So we'll see.
So I don't get.
Thank you, Kev.
Okay. All done. Just a nice easy one today.
Swear, Jerry. Way to get
I can
after
do
it.
another half hour yet.
Eu não posso mais ficar. Eu não posso.
Ha! Well, Kev, it'll be my dad's insurance, not my own. Says, don't think they're listening to you. Your sole responsibility for them is having higher premiums. I think if my dad didn't have insurance, then yes, mine would cover it, since he had permission to drive the car, even though he's not a registered driver.
Good driver.
But since I gave him permission, but the bikes, luckily no bikes were injured, Kev. I mean, my bike got some
Not bikes, it's cars.
sealant. My sealant got. My dad wasn't with me when he crashed. Kev, he was driving support while I was racing. So the bikes are still good. Like I said, except for the sealant that's all over the frame right now.
Okay, you guys have a wonderful day.
Hey, see you, Jerry. Thanks for hanging out.
All right. Later, Jerry.
How's the foot feeling, Andy?
Well, I don't know that I could do much more than 2.5 kilo right now.
Don't push it if you need it to recover. Get some blood flow and call it if you need to.
Yeah, well, I've been listening to my body for the past 4 weeks. So.
Scary part about my dad's accident is the night before, we were joking with the people we were staying with and said, you know, I want to go peacefully in my sleep like my grandpa, not like the screaming passengers in the back seat of his car. I said, that's just it, Dad. You didn't have screaming passengers, that's why you stayed alive. Kev says he's been listening to his body since the start of April. That's when you stopped riding, Kev? Ooh. Nice, Kev. Got out for a spin yesterday. Bet that felt good to just get out and enjoy.
Past Brookwoo.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right at the start of Seeker's Playground.
And say I've got Z with me, not Brooke though. Hi, Kev. Yeah, flies in the mouth, bees in my hat, chain came off, got stuck. What's not to love? Sounds like a fantastic day, Kev. All that free protein.
Don't tell me you've got a bee in your bonnet.
Oh. Love that you didn't have to change a tube. You know, I think I'm going to go into structural engineering. I've been playing Angry Birds for quite a while, and I think I've got it down. Oh, Kev, quit teasing We all know your cycling days are over anyway. Just teasing. Just teasing.
You know, I can't believe I forgot to go to the gym today, Justin.
Oh yeah?
That makes 7 years on the run.
I'm writing about all the things I should do before I die. It's called my ought to biography. Okay, I see what you did there. You know what, Andy? How dare you incinerate that I don't know big words?
I resemble.
Here's a visual one for you guys in the live stream. My name's Carol. Really? Me too. I'm also Carol. Me too. Hi, I'm Carol. Sweet Caroline. Dun dun dun.
Why? I just saw the number of people watching the stream half then, Justin.
Yeah. You're welcome, watchers. Follow me for more bad singing. Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
You know, if you buy a man a plane ticket, he'll fly for a day. Push him out of a plane, he'll fly for the rest of his life for free.
A woman with a salad walked past me in a restaurant. Said, you know, a cow died so you could eat that beef burger. I said, if you weren't eating its food, it might have lived.
Oh, man. There's a sign that says, "Some stranger somewhere remembers you because you were weird to them." And I suspect it's more than one.
I saw my neighbour this morning bent over his lawnmower crying his eyes out. I thought he must be going through a rough patch.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Ah, Kev. Speaking of food, lunchtime. Wags, you're singing like my cycling rank. But he's pretty good at cycling, thank you. 3 words for you. Overpromise, underdeliver. Love it, Owen.
So have you ever been swimming with dolphins, Justin?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Well, if you think swimming with dolphins is expensive, You should try swimming with sharks. It cost me an arm and a leg.
See what you did there. You know, whenever my wife is upset, I let her color in my tattoos. She said she needs a shoulder to crayon. We're fired, Kev? Really? That's all it took? You know, my wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I finally packed up my stuff and write.
You know, I hated going to weddings. All the grandmas would poke me saying, "You're next." They stopped that when I started doing it to them at funerals.
Hey, yo. I consider the label "not dishwasher safe" more of a challenge than a warning.
Yeah, they're right on, Adam.
Owen says, my wife recently discovered I was cheating after she found all those letters I'd been hiding. She got really mad and said she's never going to play Scrabble with me ever again.
My wife's leaving me because of my obsession with supermarkets. I said, "Do you want a hand with your packing?"
I went to the doctor, told him I broke my arm in 3 places. The doctor says, "Well, don't go to those places." I mean, fair enough, right? All right, this one's for Owen. Owen only in the comments. What kind of a doctor is Dr. Pepper? No Googling, Owen. And no pretending that you're not watching.
Oh, the way you keep distracting me with your body. Ay, qué lindo. I gotta clock out 'cause I can't stop thinking about your body. Te deseo. Oh, baby, I don't need
You guys know the kind of doctor that Dr. Pepper is? He's a physician. That's right. Hang your head low in shame and disgust after hearing that one. Here's a good status. It says, please copy and paste this to your status. If you are constantly being asked to copy and paste something to your status by friends who copy and paste things to their status. Many people won't copy and paste this, but my true sarcastic friends will copy and paste it because they know this was copy and pasted from a dear friend in need of more stuff to copy and paste. Thank you, and don't forget the heart. So Andy, can vegetarians eat pudding?
Skeleton in it? No, I wouldn't.
Well, turns out the answer is no. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat.
That beats a bit of Pink Floyd.
Sorry, Owen. I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey.
But I turned
And
myself
turn
around.
myself around. Yes. That's what it's all about.
I wouldn't be too disappointed in yourself if I were you, Owen. I mean, you haven't hit auto mod yet.
I don't know which is worse, the dad jokes or the singing.
All I have to say is, that's what it's all about. Huh. Animal puns, huh? Two can play that game.
Uh-oh, this is where it gets all catty.
Nah, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Ooh. You know, everyone told Sam not to sing. Turns out, Sam sung anyway.
Barking up the wrong tree, Justin. It's all we can come up with for animal puns.
Apparently,
Bit monkeying around.
hey, where'd you get that joke? The lame dad joke store? No,
No.
no, it's not okay. Owen. Well, this is awkward.
Oh my god.
This is sounds fishy. I didn't do it on purpose. No, Owen. Hey. Not all turtles are born in the wild. Some are bred in captivity. Cue the
I think,
picture of
yeah.
a roll that looks like a turtle.
I think you're adopted to jokes here. That one was pretty bad, wasn't it?
I mean, given the context. Here's the Netflix option for parents. The alert comes up that says, the kids will be up in 5 hours. Are you sure you want to keep watching? And the button says, stop judging me, continue watching. You had no idea how to get around in the dark until I had a cell phone. I mean, who needs a flashlight anymore anyway?
Well, it was a good job I had mine in my pocket. I was doing some wiring in the basement the other day. Pushed the fish tape down the conduit. Got stuck. I pushed it harder. Still stuck. Pushed it even harder. Poof! All the lights went out. It come to the other junction box at the end of the conduit, and I pushed the wire nut off the the fish tape down the ground.
Workshop on procrastination has been canceled. No one got around to rolling.
Come back tomorrow.
Speaking of phones as flashlights, that's totally why I ordered the new 1 terabyte model iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's the best $1,600 flashlight one could ever buy. The technical term for being unable to remember the word you want is, that's the technical term. Oh man! JR Wags resubscribed 15 months in a row. Who is this guy? Bam! 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 Way to use that Prime membership to its fullest. Remember, if you guys are Amazon Prime, you get a free sub on Twitch, and it totally helps us out. So, two rules for success are: 1, never tell them everything you know. See what you did there, Owen? How late was I to seeing Chris's message? Probably really late. You know, Andy, sometimes I tell the fish jokes just for the halibut.
What a bone to pick with you.
You know what? I think I know how dying words are gonna be. Honey, I was just joking. You're right 90% of the time. But might quibble about the other 5%. Morning, Chris.
Good morning, sir.
I recognized your microphone scuffle as you wandered in.
Good to know I
just
just
Just see what kind of, what did a shark eat with its peanut butter sandwich?
Couple humans.
Oh, a jellyfish.
Oh, too easy. How did I miss that? So, Chris, how are you doing today?
not bad. I've got nothing exciting to say though.
No flooded crawl spaces or totaled cars?
Nope.
I mean, you could have at least peed your pants, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, that's one thing we don't want to see you do live on stream.
Smells bad enough in this room when I don't do that.
Wait. I have to rephrase that. That indicates that there is times that you do that.
No. There will not be, and never has been, nor will there ever be, live video of me urinating myself.
Ever say never.
Well, okay. I have forgot to turn off my cyclic cameras when I parked my bike in the public bathroom when going potty before. Luckily, they have never been pointed at the toilet. And that's not urinating myself, that's urinating the facility. So it's hardly the same. Ah! Owen says, I went to a bookstore and asked the salesman, where's the self-help section? She said if she told me, it would defeat the purpose. Ugh.
I went to the woman in the library and I said to her, can I have a chicken sandwich? She said, this is a library. Then I whispered, can I have a chicken sandwich? All right, that'll do for me.
Get it right, Andy.
I can get my shoe off now. Be walking around with a Shimano S-Fire shoe on my foot for the next 2 weeks if I can.
Owen says, if you say gullible really slow, it sounds like oranges. Huh. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to hear you try that, Owen.
You can demonstrate that one later on.
So Chris, remember I told you we've been messing with all the Jenkins pipelines at work? Like all 16 of them?
16 of them. Wow.
It's
Okay.
maybe not exactly 16, but it's at least 8.
Do you have trouble counting?
Yes, I do.
When you've got your powers of 2 sorted there.
Oh, it's
Yeah, right? That's
You
just I'm a
stopped
hardware
at 11.
engineer.
if you stop at 11, you still have to build another one.
Let's just say we've been trying to make it more robust, and it's taken me like 3 or 4 iterations of learning what I did wrong each time I overhauled them.
But you'll be an expert at something by the end of it.
Right?
Don't know what, but something.
The latest change was that we basically had 2 kinds of servers doing jobs. One of those kinds, we had already put multiple nodes out there that could service the job, and so it didn't have any issues. But the other one, there was only ever one node, so most of the pipelines just inferred that the workspace would persist between stages, but different stages can run on different hosts. So there's all sorts of dependency issues. So I've been
Oh yeah.
overhauling them.
Yeah, I mean, setup is everything.
Totally.
You have to act like each server is a non-intelligent person. Say, okay, I need you to do these
Exactly.
things over and over and over.
Totally. And unlike the second iteration of me putting up what appeared to be somewhat trivial white space overhauls of the Jenkins files, although they weren't, my buddy was like, "What do you have against white space?" And the other one says, I said, "Well, if something can be changed, I have to change it." Somebody says, "The Bob Ross of Jenkins files."
Oh god.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know about that. Does he paint his paintings 4 times over?
Nope. Nails it the first time.
Hey, Ben. I'm wearing the red Johnson Elite kit. It's my in real life team. I was gonna wear this to go with my pink hat and pink base layer on Odivas yesterday, but I decided to sleep instead. So I just kept it out and wore it today.
And that's your TUI bibs as well, isn't it?
What bibs?
TUI, TUI, whatever it is.
TUE?
Yeah.
Therapy use exemption?
I will have to grab a screenshot here.
Hey! Reese is awake.
Go on, thank you. I just remember the logo and that little smile.
TUI is a British travel agent.
Yeah. How come you didn't know that, Justin?
Well, you know. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Cool. We're gonna get Charisse on to tell us all about her Lovejoy race here soon.
Charisse did that yesterday on the Adivas ride. If you'd been there,
Well,
rather than sleeping in.
forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Hey, Steve. Welcome to stream. Welcome, Pete, to Discord.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, Pete, how's to doing?
Doing fine.
He's got a
Good.
sick-looking kit on today.
It's lovely, isn't it? I'm so pleased with it.
Well earned, sir. Well earned.
Well, I was listening to all the dad jokes on live stream.
You deserve more than that, to be frankly honest, but that's all we can afford.
Yeah, well, at least on live stream you couldn't hear my groans.
Well, on the live stream, you couldn't hear mine or Andy's groans there. We're just so hardened. We don't even groan anymore.
Yeah.
You know, went to the hardware store the other day, and this axe says to me, "You're pretty great." I thought, wow, that's a random act of kindness.
Definitely a silent groan.
Silent groan. There you go, Ben. That was a joke, one of the jokes right there. You spoke up, we delivered.
Hey, I gotta go and get ready for a meeting. Down meetings, early morning meetings.
You have a good one,
Thank you
Andy.
for the company. Yeah, you as well.
Cheers, Andy.
Yep, see you, Pete.
Watching top live from the top of the men dips. Nice, Ben. Watching top live from the top. I'm at the age where my mind still thinks I'm 29. My humor suggests I'm 12, while my body mostly keeps asking if I'm sure I'm not dead yet. Oh wait, I actually am 20. No, I'm not 29. 35. But the humor suggesting I'm 12, spot on. Signal's a little weak at the top of the mountain. I can imagine. So we bought our baby chicks, had them all in the sink, giving them a bath. And I yelled at my wife, "Honey, call a plumber. The sink's all fouled up again." True story. We recently had 2 bids for replacing some of the plumbing in our house, because we use some of the, I think it's called polybutylene pipe that's prone to failure. And well, they wanted like 5 to 8 grand. I was like, never mind. We're just gonna, if it bursts, it'll be in the crawl space, and I can always dehumidify that afterwards. Welcome, Charisse.
Good morning.
So,
How's it going?
good. Before you joined, Andy told me if I was a good friend, I would have come to the Divas yesterday and got the story. But
Yeah, I
apparently,
was there.
my excuse is sleep. I decided to sleep in. But I am at least wearing my pink hat and my pink base layer that I would have worn yesterday in commemoration.
Nice.
So these guys have already heard about my tales of totaled cars and flooded crawl spaces from Pete and shoes. What's your story from MotoJoy?
Oh, man, I heard about your car, but I didn't hear about the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah. Did you have rain till after Montpellier as well?
We had it stopped just a little bit before,
Okay.
but pretty much. We didn't start with it. You didn't start with it, did you?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that was super fun. Yeah, I think you didn't have to drink because it's just getting in your face so much.
I looked at my shoulders like 4 miles in, and they were just like black from all the crap off the road.
Yeah.
I was like, this is disgusting.
It just makes you so nervous because you don't know how everybody else is going to ride in rain.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got dumped on. We had the pros with us. And as soon as we got out of neutral,
Uh-huh.
like 7 miles out, they just started playing games, shooting ahead, just doing dumb stuff. And there was a girl
That's
in
where,
my,
honestly, the pro race is decided usually before the top of Strawberry.
well, yeah, normally, maybe like after Preston. This was like,
Nope. Because if they let you slip away in the first 3 miles, you're done for.
so anyway, and there was a girl in my category that was playing along too. So we
So you
touched
had
it
to
up.
follow her.
Yeah. And eventually they were off and we tried to close the gap, but we couldn't. And it was like 3 of them, I think. And funny, one of them didn't even finish the race. They just, I'm not even sure what she did. It was like, we saw her, passed her right before Montpelier. And then, I don't know.
There was a guy who had a 6-minute gap ahead of our field on Strawberry. He got caught and then he pulled out at Montpelier.
Oh. That's crazy. So he definitely hit Strawberry harder than I wanted to, but I didn't want to lose the group. Same with Tiffany. And it was pretty much burying us. We got to the top and we had a good 8-lady group. And we were just trying to
Including the
for
pro
that.
gals, or they were off the front side?
No, they'd already gone ahead. So
Was that
when we got to
Ingrid? And who else?
I don't know. I just know Ingrid.
Okay.
Someone else. Yeah.
Was Lindsay Stevens? No, she didn't race.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. Did she not race?
I don't think she
No.
raced.
Tiffany kept calling her Lindsay Stevens, but she was not Lindsay Stevens. But someone that was like her, but not her. Because I thought she was the whole race. It wasn't. So then, at first speed zone, we had all said we were gonna be quick, get back together, and go. And of course, you know that doesn't ever happen well. And that speed zone was
That's why I peed my pants.
crazy. Did you?
Yes, several
Ah.
times. That's
Yeah,
what
we
led to my
pretty much-
flooded crawl space.
We
I'll
were
tell
pretty
you
much
how.
left there.
Not yet. I'll tell you. I gotta dangle it out there a few times.
Yeah, for real. So Tiffany and I were pretty much left there. They claimed they thought we were ahead because the marshal said there's 3 rows ahead. And so 3 or maybe 4 girls started without everybody. And then realized later on it was those pros. Stuff.
Right.
Like at the feed zone, they were waiting and the marshal was like, there's 3 rows ahead, you guys should go, kind of
Oh,
thing. Thinking that some of us went ahead, but it
oh.
wasn't the case. So there were like 4 of us still there, Tiffany and I, plus a couple other girls. But by that time, Strawberry was setting in and Tiffany was done. Like, if there was a car, we were like a couple miles out of Montpelier. And if there was someone right there, she probably would have gotten in the car. She was so done.
Me too. I was ready to stop in Montpelier.
Yeah, it's brutal. So she looked at me and she's like, do you have enough energy to finish this? And honestly, I didn't, but I was like, yeah, I need to finish this, let's do this. And she's like, ah. So we pretty much soloed it for the next, I don't know, 70 miles.
70?
Yeah, just taking turns. And then by the last 40, we picked up a couple other girls that were able to kind of help at different times. So, yeah, it's pretty much just Tip and I hammering it out. And I'm so glad that I had her because I can't imagine doing that by myself.
Yeah, that'd been terrible.
Yeah.
Hi
So
guys, sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to have to leave you here. Hey, that's been really interesting.
Thank you.
Hey, Pete.
Anyway,
Great ride.
cheers,
today, buddy.
Sophie.
Have a good one.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
So, yeah, let's see. I started with no rain gear because it wasn't raining. Questioned that decision about 5 miles in.
Yeah.
By the time I'm on top of Strawberry, after getting dropped 5 miles before the top of Strawberry, because they went bonkers. I got dropped to the same spot even though I peed my pants. Turns out they broke the KOM on Strawberry by 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, don't feel so bad anymore. And I'm gonna pull out at Montpelier. Ingrid's husband convinced me to keep going. And my dad, who was my support person, says, yeah, some moron driving your car fell asleep and drove it into a ditch. I'm like,
Did you
what?
give at that point?
I was like, what? I was just
What,
glad that he
dad?
wasn't dead, honestly, and that the car still drove. That's
Yeah,
how I was
he's
like,
super lucky.
seriously. So, but there was like me and 3 other guys who grouped up after Strawberry and we're riding together. We know we were never going to catch the lead pack. It was just a matter of getting to the finish. And then going on to the steep KOM, about 7 miles out, a breakaway of 2 riders from the 35 plus A's passes us. And I'm thinking, there's a Peloton coming and I want to surf it for 100 miles. Means I have to get to the top of this climb before them or they'll probably drop me on the climb. So 4 of us started pace lining and try to get to the base of the KOM as fast as possible. And we basically were all quite drained. So we said, okay, just go up at whatever climbing pace you need to.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're just praying we're ahead of the Peloton. We couldn't see them. We didn't know the time gap or anything. So 1 kilometer left in the climb. Couldn't see anyone. Just kept grinding away, grinding away. 300 meters to go. I look back and I see this Peloton bearing down on me. I'm like, go, Wags, go, get over the top now.
No.
Do or die. I got over and had time for another rolling urination station before they caught me. And so by rule, I couldn't work with them. So I had to just sit on the back of their group for what would have been 100 miles, except I got a flat
Oh.
in one of the gravel sections. And I was like, I felt some moisture on my left leg and I was like, I don't remember going pee. Why did I just get wet? And then the guy next to me is like, Wags, your wheel is spewing. Oh, sealant. And I said to him, I couldn't tell if I peed myself or what. He goes, well, I sure hope it wasn't pee because I got some in the face. Oh,
You're doing pretty good if you don't know if you peed or not.
and then I rode that for a while. It was getting lower and lower and lower. And then my teammate Spencer Johnson, we caught him because he had a flat and he was bouncing on his rim. And he's like, do you have a tube and CO2? And I did, so I stopped, helped him out, put some more air in my tire. And then another one of our teammates had also gotten a flat before me, caught back up to us. So the three of us rode in the last 10, 20 miles together.
Wow. So many flats from that dumb stuff. I
Yeah.
was like sure I was gonna get a flat on that. None of the ladies that we were with did. So
Huh. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so the crawl space. So I got home,
yeah.
got my shoes out, and I'm like, whoa, these need to be washed, seriously. And so I put them in a sink, was soaking them for a while with like detergent, laundry detergent. And then I had read online that vinegar was better. So I had put a bunch of vinegar in, and I had washed them with vinegar, and then I was rinsing them out. I don't recall exactly, but for some reason I was waiting for water to get more filled up, and I stepped away to do something and bird brained it 100% that the water was left on. So then I'm out in the front yard telling my neighbor about my car. And my daughter says, "Dad, are you trying to flood the house?" Ah! So had to go mop all that up, go into the crawl space, take out wet insulation, put a dehumidifier down there the next day. Yeah.
That's crazy. Good job.
And I don't know if my car is totaled or not. Luckily, we drove it 500 miles or however long.
Still drivable?
Yeah, but pieces of glass fall out of the windshield while you're driving.
Awesome.
We were like just driving prayer on the freeway back from Rexburg. And we were like 5 miles away, and like more glass started coming. And I'm like, well, at this point, we just drive 20 miles an hour home with no windshield if it comes to it.
Sounds eventful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there was that football game that night that sucked.
Oh yeah. Watched a little of that.
Good. It was. I mean, UAU played really well. They won fair and square. Obviously, I would have liked the opposite. But we were joking about it at work previously, and then Monday morning, my boss, he usually sends out a message for everyone to report status, and he first said, "All I have to say is it's still 9-1. That's all I want to say about that."
Nice. I know. Did you talk to the Team Girl guys at all?
So I saw Taylor. I was in his pack for a while, and I said, "Hey, is Eric supporting you?" And he did a double take. "How do you know Eric?" I said, "Oh, I know Eric
Go
very
way
well."
back. Yeah. It sounds like, well, Taylor got pretty upset. I don't know all the logistics, but like Toby and stuff, it was such a harder race. They just killed them, basically.
Toby raced in the same pack as Taylor.
I thought they were all together. Yeah.
Well, coming over the final climb, it was just Toby. Not Toby, just Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
I saw Toby later, but you must have been off. I couldn't tell if Toby was off the back of that group or off the front of another. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was thinking Eric talked him into doing it all together in the one group when they were in the 35 plus
A's.
or whatever. Yeah, pretty sure.
If I wanted to have a chance of getting to the finish, that's the group I would ride. But I apparently like getting my teeth kicked in on strawberry every year.
It's rough. There was a girl that was just keeping this pace. It's flipping along. Like, oh, it's Stuart Anderson's wife, Kristen Anderson.
Okay, yep.
No.
I mean, I know the name.
Yeah, she just barreled and we all just hung on.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you pipped her at the line, right?
Nope, she got second.
She was strong enough.
Yeah. Well, she was one of the ones that stayed with the front. And then looking at her time, she came in 10 minutes behind them. So somehow she fell off. I don't know when or what.
Probably in that final KOM.
Could have been.
You can be 100 meters off the back there and you'll never catch.
Yeah. Grateful for those tailwinds that we got. The other direction of wind wasn't very fun, but the tails were nice.
There was the guy I was with. Ooh. We went through Thane and he didn't get any feed. Couldn't find his support crew. And then I was like, well, if we get to Alpine, I have an extra feed there I'll take and give to you because I had plenty. Well, my dad, he got there late, something missed me at Alpine. So I was counting gels in my pockets and how long I need to conserve. And I was like, okay, this is all I can give you. Otherwise I will bonk. We both made it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I added boiled red potatoes to my feed this year. And I covered them with olive oil, salt, bacon bits, and mustard, actually.
Did you actually eat them?
I did. They were fantastic. I cut them in thickers.
Ah, I think mine were too big. I did that once on Seattle to Portland. And I was like choking, trying to just chew it, get it down my throat.
Well, it has to be soft enough. You have to boil it long enough. And then I think adding the mustard and olive oil help keep it moist. Just standard mustard, Jerry. Good old cheapo mustard.
My mom and McKenna, daughter, were
Yeah, I saw them in a couple feed zones.
they were at Thane. And I
Yeah, that's where I
guess
saw them.
okay, I guess they barely made it there in time for like Dawn and Toby and those guys, like minutes.
Yeah.
And one of our guys, Greg Pop, was freaking out, like starting to look around and ask people for food to give them kind of thing.
Well, yeah. What else would you do?
Right? And I don't think my mom realized the heart attack she gave him. And Eric and I kind of leave her out at the end. We felt bad because she started crying. Like, I'm so sorry, Mom. But we had like...
So she just drove straight to Thane then? She skipped Montpelier?
Yeah. And we had said, leave at 8 in the morning. Give yourself 3 hours to get there. You know, you don't know what you're going to do. And Eric said that he looked her up at 8:45 and she was still at the hotel.
Oh no.
And he's like, oh gosh. You know, just, it's my mom. You know what she does. So.
Hey, well, if they leave at 5:30, they run the risk of falling asleep.
It's true. You do get to sleep in a little bit.
My poor dad, though.
Glad your dad's okay.
I mean, this was outside his comfort zone. He's never really supported anything cycling. But I had like the whole agenda, itinerary laid out, maps, where to go, dropped pins so he could follow it.
Nice.
He was still nervous because like he'd never actually driven to these places and they're pretty far apart. And being there on time was crucial.
Yeah.
Morning, Flo.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So Jerry, I just put the potato in a snack-sized Ziploc bag. They were smaller red potatoes. After I boiled them, I let them cool, peeled them, quartered them, covered them in salt, oil, and bacon bits and mustard. It was good.
This is for on the bike?
For Lodija.
Nice. That's some real food. Man, I was not wanting to eat anything for the last 50 miles.
Tell you what, switching between that savory and sweet totally helped re-energize the like hunger. Because eating the same flavor over and over and over was so monotonous.
Yeah, that was my problem. It's bad.
But I heard that boiled chicken wrapped in tortillas is a great idea. That's what I did my very first year. I just boiled chicken ahead of time. Didn't like do anything to moisten it afterwards. Wrapped it in tortillas and put it in my go bags for each feed zone. So when I got there, it was so dry.
Oh man, I bet. That sounds disgusting.
Chicken in the sun for
like
6
mayonnaise.
hours.
Yeah.
You put like mayonnaise on them and
Yeah, she
everything?
put mayonnaise in there, yeah. Hey, the olive oil on the potatoes totally doubled as chapstick.
You just turned the bag inside out and just rubbed it on your face?
I had to like put my mouth inside the bag to get them. And so it just automatically got covered.
I guess it really depends on the pace, Jerry. You know, you've done a couple of hundreds that everybody was just kind of going at it. And I'm sure Reese and Justin the same thing. If the pace is just rip roaring, there's kind of no way to get that kind of food, but the pace they're going for Lodija,
You have to know
pace.
when to feed and when not to feed.
Yeah. That is the push. Yeah. Yeah.
You also need to know when to pee and when not to pee.
I didn't eat enough growing up strawberry. Paid for it, that's for sure.
I'd like
Didn't eat enough what?
food
So one
for
of the
strawberry
climbs, like
first climb.
20 climbs, yeah. 20 miles.
Ah.
And we had a chick that was just flipping along, so I was just trying to hang on. And you just don't seem to eat as much and stuff, you kind of get out of your rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to eat a ton in the first 10 miles so that I wouldn't be bonking during that climb.
Yeah, and
That
that's when it
climb
was
ended
raining
at like
crazy.
50 something miles. So you had maybe an
Wow.
hour to feed before the climb started.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's when it was totally dumping. And you just don't need as much anyway, and it's dumping on you. So it's a mix of fun.
That's a good idea, Jerry.
Yeah, but don't dump on yourself. Just pee on yourself. Well, that's not what you're talking about?
No. Jerry putting bars in his pant legs on his kit, in his kit.
Hey, they have kits with pockets on the side of the
They do?
legs now for gravel. Extra snacks.
I can see Justin putting his potatoes in his pant legs, walking around, riding by.
Let's just say the
Feel
outside of the
lumped.
pant leg is a better position for food than the inside. Unless you want it extra salty.
Oh, jeez.
Now Jason gets it.
Yeah, all I know is I went to the bathroom at the very end in the porta potty with a calf bag full of pee. I'm just like,
Ooh.
ugh. Not what I want to see. Yeah, another fun story. I was coming back from Jackson on Sunday with McKenna. Kind of late, like 8-ish. Sun was setting. Go to a gas station and she wants to get some snacks. I'm like, okay, whatever. She goes in and I had taken the keys out and kind of just set them on the middle thing, whatever. And then started the gas or whatever, and then proceeded to lock my door and go into the gas station. Yeah. I was like, no. As soon as I did it, I was like, shoot. Might have said something else. I was so mad. And it's hard because it was a rental. I drive a Ford that
Shiitake
has
mushrooms is what she said, Jason.
Yeah.
I had a keypad on my car that I can get my door open anytime, so I just don't even think or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Had to call a locksmith, sit there, wait for him. Of course, it took him 2 minutes to open it. 10 bucks later. I was like, that sucks.
So that is one benefit to having those keyless start proximity keys. You just never take them out of your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, when I was looking on Auto Trader for replacement cars, if it comes to that, if they didn't have the keyless start, not happening. Next.
Yeah, well, and it was an older minivan. Like, it didn't even have, like, OnStar or something. Like, I could have called and just had him unlock it. But it didn't have any of that, so it was ghetto.
It couldn't have been as bad as the rental car that Stoker and Tyler had to get to go to Eric's house, though.
I
Pretty
saw
bad.
pictures of that. It's crazy.
Hey, it's compliments of the airway. Air traffic control sends their regard. Here's your car.
Have fun.
Trying to get in this guy's draft here. Ram harder. So yeah, Jason, did you see the pictures of my car?
I did. It was heartbreaking to see. That was nuts. I'm glad everybody's okay.
Yeah, seriously. I was just like, what would I have done if I didn't see my dad at the first feed zone? And how long would it have taken us to find him?
Yeah, no, that's not a good feeling to have.
Could have been very tragic.
Was it before Montpelier, he said? Where was it?
Yeah,
exactly
he
at?
was. I think he was somewhere around Bear Lake, in between Bear Lake and Montpelier. He said, luckily, he was no longer on the windy canyon roads. Thank
For
heavens.
real? Yeah.
Oh, wait up. I missed it. What?
So we went to Rexburg on Saturday night after the race to watch the game with my brother. And I was staying in their guest bedroom. My dad offered to stay on the couch, which was nice of him. And my sister-in-law's like, if there's yellow on the bed, it's not because our dog peed on it. Something warm, like burned it or whatever. I was like, oh, I have 5 kids. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Yeah.
I peed my pants plenty of times today, so not even worried. She's
Oh my
like, what? What?
Nothing. I mean, nothing.
I mean, I've showered
I mean,
since then.
Nothing. Yeah.
Did not get myself to. No. Yeah, Knoxford actually added time on it this year. Like 2 full pee stops, and then Tiffany had to stop a 3rd time. I was like, come on, Tiffany! Oh.
Dude, for whatever reason, I usually have to pee like 5 or 6 times on Lotoja. No other event. But Lotoja, just all day long.
It's the pace. It's the pace.
Yeah.
Low enough so your body still will go that way.
I don't know that it's that slow.
Well, no. slower than you would be doing like a 100-mile race, right?
Depends.
No?
I mean, the first 70 miles are hard enough to drop several people.
Yeah.
Now the second 130 miles, way easier, yes, because I was dropped. I think by Montpelier, mile 75, I already had 190 TSS. I was like, well, no wonder I feel like crap. What is Jason eating? That looks like a Crustable. Peanut butter and jelly Crustable.
No!
Uncrustable. Wheat.
Those are terrible, Jason.
And let the food shaming begin.
That's what I'm here for.
I mean, I had to be careful before inviting Charisse and her family over for dinner. I was going to get shamed for what we offered.
No way.
She put a bunch of stickers on stuff as she walked through the house. Like red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green. These are the things that you should use. Love it.
Made sure it was non-organic. Better. You got some pop to go with the potato chips?
You guys made an awesome dinner. Delicious.
Yeah, it was sweet potato bowl with quinoa, sweet potatoes, and this bunch of other veggies, and this sauce is amazing.
That's good stuff.
So, did McKenna get a chance to buy tickets to the football games? And is she reselling them to pay for her tuition?
You should have, right? No.
I don't know what student section tickets go for, but cheapest nosebleeds are at least $100 each. Good games are
Wow,
several
what school?
hundred.
I don't even know
Utah.
what school McKenna's at. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, you.
That's exciting.
Okay.
She could totally pay for some serious groceries with just reselling those bad boys.
Yeah, I should tell her. She'd be like, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. It's called capitalism. And you should sell them to the other team's fans so that they're sitting in the student section.
There you go.
Nice. You don't remember having to have your ID for those seats?
I don't know. Wouldn't stop
I
her from
remember.
selling them. It just might make the buyer mad if
Oh.
they can't get to them.
I'd start early, Jerry. What do you guys think? An event that has
Next,
an open
110
window, like
miles.
90 minutes to start.
I started at 7.
Yeah. I want that group.
Yep. Biggest draft as possible. Yep. And the most opportunity to fall back to chase groups if needed.
Yep.
Tell
No, you're
Mills
not
to
good.
just wake his sorry butt up, okay? And I know this is a debate between Jerry and Mills. That's what this
You
is
and
really all
Mills.
about.
Yeah. It's all right, Jerry. I'll talk to Mills.
We'll clip that. So, I recently drove by a church. They had 3 big banners out in front that said, "Worship, Teaching, Friends," with letters at the top, WTF. So that is why you need at least 1 millennial on your staff.
That looks okay, right? Yeah, yeah, John. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Jill. That looks great.
All right, Sharice. Have a good one.
Later.
Bye. Fun to hear your war stories.
Right, yours too. Next year the challenge will be outside the shorts while still moving. Let me see if we can level up. That way I don't flood my crawl space.
Yeah.
You probably still will.
I mean, I'll do something dumb, that's for sure. As Kev said, or no, Pascal said, would it really be a race without a Wagner crash? Ooh. Ouch. First thing Kev said to me was, so wait, does no Wagner know how to steer? I said, he fell asleep. He goes, come on. I pay attention for the full 3 hours on the wagon. What's his problem? Like, yeah, you don't, Kev.
Maybe it's because Justin's dad plays like the driving version of Zwift. I feel like my dad's like that sometimes. He's not paying attention.
That's funny.
My dad and I had joked the night before. There's a joke that says, I want to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandpa, not screaming like the passengers in the backseat of his car.
Yeah.
So he said, that's it, Dad, that's what saved you. You had no
I
passengers.
must say. Yep.
All right, have a good one, guys.
See you, Sharice.
Later.
Yeah.
Hey, Raymond. Welcome to the stream. Chris, how long you plan on staying?
Still deciding. I was going to jump out at 7, but getting lonely here.
We got this. 30 minutes till 7. We got Flo to keep us happy. How long
Oh,
you
yeah.
got in your workout left, Flo?
Long. 53. Plenty of time. Lots of VO2.
So he'll be real chatty.
Yeah.
Probably stay till 7 as well.
Oh, he's got intervals. That's not good.
Oh, Mr. Ramharder, I see that.
Yep, he's at 5 now.
Screw that. I ain't dropping that shiz.
Uh-oh. What happened?
When we were going up Strawberry, I was thinking to myself, man, this has been dragging on for a while, and I'm really starting to feel it. And then they surged. Goodbye.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, that's why.
We caught you, Ramharder.
Not yet.
Take some pretty big intervals for him to catch us now.
It'll take him one.
Let's see.
Depends on his structure.
I know you got a 20-second gap on him.
That's great.
Cuando la vi, yo sabía que era para mí, man. Tenía algo especial. Cada vez que la veo, me gusta su meneo. Y me gusta cuando bromeo, cuando me baila y me hace perreo. Porque ella sabe que yo tengo toda su atención. Y no puedo negar lo que siento por ella y lo digo en esta canción. Porque me vuelve loco. Ella me vuelve loco. Cuando yo la veo me ciega y me atrapa poquito a poco. Ella me vuelve loco. Ella me vuelve loco. Cada día que la veo me tira para arriba y patina el coco. Cómo baila, cómo se mueve, cómo me mira, loco me tiene, que nadie frene lo que yo siento. Y ahora soy su presa el momento. Porque yo no sé cómo puedo negar lo que siento por ella, my friend. Porque a veces pienso que toda la vida.
So if I can get my bike cleaned up today, I'm gonna go ride outside with my brother tomorrow.
Nice. I mean, nice.
He's got a local group near his new house. He rides
Nice.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m.
Wow. That's a accountability group.
That's awesome.
For most
Yeah.
group rides. Yeah. Don't be that guy. Like, oh, Brad rides brother. Jeez.
Ah!
Do you ride much, bro? I'm like, well, not today. I haven't ridden.
Well,
No.
I decided to not ride 20 miles here before we started.
Yeah.
Only because it was dark. Here we go. We can ride this guy's wheel now, Chris.
I think I
Dr.
back up there.
Nagata. So there was a guy that went solo in our group, probably at mile 20 or beforehand. His gap grew to 4 minutes. We chased on the flats. exposed it to 2 minutes. And then apparently we took the slope of the first climb pretty slow because his gap had grown to 6 minutes before I got dropped. And apparently they still caught him before the top. And then he pulled out at the first feed zone at the base after the descent of that climb.
Pulled out like he was done?
He was done.
The whole day? Oh my gosh, really? 70 miles, whatever? What?
Yes, it was do or die.
Oh my God.
It was either they let him go or he burned every match. What's up, Rappy? Oh, if you want a 1,000-watt flex, you got to release the Kraken channel points. That's how you do it. There you go, Chris. Now we can settle down, not having to try to follow that guy's wheel. Because you know, I can't follow a wheel. I can't not follow a wheel that's right in front of me. Robot must get in draft. Must overtake, exactly, Jerry. Hydrate. Okay, Rappy's from the Philippines.
Nice.
Welcome, welcome.
What's up? What's up, Rappy? Good to have you, man.
You speak Tagalog, right, Jason, or no?
Yeah, enough. Enough to embarrass myself and my family.
I do that in English. That's not hard.
Hey, Rappy, do you do Thursday morning races with teams with Philippines? There's a race we host Thursday evenings for the Philippines, Thursday morning for us.
Jerry heard the hydrate sound and instinctively took a sip of coffee.
Nice.
Pavlov is in full effect, friends.
Yeah, I am. That's me, not that guy.
This guy over here.
Here we go. Up. Nice. Cool spot, man. Do you ride Zwift and race on Zwift? Happy? Do you know a lot of the guys like AJ and Clyde, Coach Mike, all those guys? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been talking to my friends back there. It's interesting. I think a lot of it just has to do with getting everybody in line and getting what they need. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a consideration. There's a RGT, Road Grand Tours, Robbie. It's free to train on. Plenty of races and rides. I did get a ping from RGT this morning asking for some information that a kit may or may not be ready for us to use there.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. So I gotta.
And supposedly, the new one in Zwift is ready as well.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
So,
Nice.
Chris, you remember talking about that kit being in the game, not available? Apparently,
Yeah.
it was just a name thing. They like, the first one was like TeamODZ kit, and this next one is now ODZ kit or something. And they never told us the key name to unlock it, so support could never find it. And the name doesn't match the asset name in the WAD file. It's like, oh my
You know,
gosh.
because Control F ODZ couldn't do what it needed. I'm not a coder or anything, but you know.
Yeah. Control Shift F so you could search multiple files. Come on, Jason.
My bad. Okay. That's like higher level stuff.
Hey!
Hey!
Thank you for the follow!
What's up, Robbie?
Bam! That deserves a towel whip. Bam! Bam! RGT rumor. Ooh. Do
What's
tell,
the other
Jerry.
rumor?
I heard that courses that mimic the official real world championship course are always a real favorite in the virtual world. Like Richmond, for example. A real crowd favorite. Running is way better than cycling. Oh, Shane wants to start this morning. Gloves are coming off. Why is JFlow working so hard to keep up? And, and the mod, please ban this guy. Exactly. Ban the Shane Bessel guy. I don't know. He's doing some workout that I don't want to do. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that is no fun. It's a trainer road workout ported into Zwift. It's a race simulation workout. So it's threshold with VO2 spurts and then short rest in between.
I gotta work it out, but it ain't that easy. Work 9 to 5, can't sleep at night. My money's all spent.
All right, last 10 minutes. We're gonna end at 2:45 today.
Nice job.
Miss the days when I was 18.
How will the 1128T do on climbs? Depends on what your front gearing is and what kind of power to weight ratio you have.
Yeah. 1128 is pretty small for most of the climbs in the Philippines. They're pretty. I watch
Steep.
Christine Lim. We've got some steep volcanoes there, I guess it would be. Yeah, what's on your chain ring, Rappy?
I see a Shane.
52, 50. Hey, Shane.
Hey, they show distance remaining on the segment now, and
Wow.
for the lap the course is currently on.
Thanks for the ride on, Kirsten.
And Kirsten. $50.34 on front. At least he has
Yeah.
a compact on front.
Yeah.
XC Rider. Is that mountain bike? Cross country?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For mountain bike, you might want smaller. But almost there. Are you streaming to your channel, JFlow?
I am.
So look, I'll give you a raid now as we finish out ours.
Okay.
But you're not tagged Swift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even the XC guys are running a larger rear. If that's a Shimano 1534, you should be able to get a 105 or even Tiagra 1134.
32. 1134.
I have a 30, yeah, at least a 32 with a V screw extension. You can get a 34. I have it on 2 of my bikes. That's a good place to be. No extra hanger. Yeah,
Hey folks,
climbs are pretty hard.
thanks for joining us today. We're gonna go raid Jason's channel, more ODZ all day long. There you go. Hit that like and
Hey.
subscribe button. Facebook and YouTube. You're getting the outro scene. Twitch, the party's going to Jason's house. Get ready for the raid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
We
Hey, bus.
go in 3, 2, 1.